Can you introduce yourself and also tell me how did you come to Denmark?
Sure. So I am Mohan Krishna Chowdry Avilineni. I hail from suburban of Chennai, which is in Tamil Nadu. So I came to Denmark to pursue my masters in global forestry, which is funded under Erasmus Mundus scholarship. I came here on August 25th, 2023.
Okay, so 6 months.
Yeah, almost 5 months to pursue my first semester here.
What is Erasmus Mundus scholarship?
It's an exchange study program where people from different nationals
Yeah.
so study each semester in different European countries, at least 2 different universities. I can say 2 different countries as well.
Okay.
So it is like multicultural exchange program.
Okay.
Yeah.
And is it fully funded by Erasmus or do you have to pay something?
No, there are 2 options. One thing is like fully funded scholarship and self-funded as well.
Okay.
So fully funded scholarships will be covered by European Commission.
Yeah.
It depends upon the project availability and the year. It changes year to year.
Yeah.
So self-funded people will pay a certain amount of tuition fee,
Okay.
which is nominal and which is also like very less compared to the private tuition fees.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how many seats are available for each university?
So this seat depends upon each course. It is not about university because there are many different universities that will tie up with the Erasmus project.
Yeah.
So it will be like at least 2 or 3 different universities. We can say it as consortium. They all together will offer some program.
Okay.
So it will be like 10 scholarships per course, something.
Okay.
The scholarships and the total seats differs.
Okay. And these 10 seats, are they different from the ones you said self-funded, where you have to pay a minimum fees?
They are different.
Okay.
Because these 10 seats will be fully funded by European Commission.
Okay.
So which includes different nationalities as well.
Okay.
It is not that they have diversity index or criteria. So for example, from India it will be 2 or 3 eligible candidates. From Nepal, from different non-EU countries.
So you will be covered for your travel, food expenses and housing, everything?
Yeah, but I cannot say that it is sufficient for every country. You have to manage your finances very well so that it will get covered. For example, in Denmark, you know very well, it is very expensive because even full-time jobbers with family struggle a lot. So it is going to be hectic here. But in other countries, I can say it will be nominal and it will be good enough to survive.
How did you came to know about Erasmus?
So it was a tragic incident happened. I can say a life-turning incident. So I got saturation point in India.
Yeah.
So I wanted to explore abroad education. That's how I searched for Erasmus Mundus details.
Okay.
I started digging deep into what are the requirements, how can we approach this particular scholarship.
Yeah.
And then I sought help. I got connected with various alumni from my university as well as from different nationals who are studying abroad without Erasmus Mundus scholarship and with Erasmus as well. So obviously I got inputs from various people. They helped me to throw some light on the real aspects of Erasmus Mundus scholarship and on documentation procedures. That's how I applied and I ended up in Denmark.
And how did you connect with these people?
So I connected with those people through LinkedIn and Facebook. Yeah, some through my professor's references as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
How did they help you?
So they helped me really well in reviewing the applications and correcting the mistakes. Through their experience, I can learn more about what to do, what not to do, how to approach so that I can crack the scholarship easily.
Okay, so you got some tips from that.
Yeah, definitely. I tortured them to review my documents. Literally.
Okay. Yeah, that's really the way to go. So with this program, are you fully covered or do you have to do some part-time jobs?
No. So Erasmus Mundus scholarship covers my whole education for 2 years. That is 24 months. If my education is getting extended, then I have to bear my own expenses. Or else my whole education will be covered under Erasmus Mundus scholarship. But the residence permit allows us to work as per the immigration guidelines. But I think we will be totally occupied with curriculum, and we will be also moving to different countries, and we will be dealing with different documentation process, which is a time consuming one.
Yeah, of course.
So, but we have flexibility to work.
Is there any fees to apply for this program?
No.
Okay, it's free.
No, it's free.
And how many courses can you apply?
Before there was a limitation that you have to apply only for 3, but now you don't have any limitation. You can apply as many you want.
Okay, so there could be better chance.
Yes, of course.
Is it tough to get in? Like, how competitive?
Yeah, it is highly competitive.
Okay.
It is highly. For example, in my class, we are 24 students from like 17 different countries. So out of 24, almost 10 will have scholarship because there will be even European students here. So for example, if you take out of 500 applications, only 10 get selected for scholarship. So which is really tough.
Do you know how many applications are there, like for 10 seats? Do you have any
For
idea?
10 seats, I think it will be at least 500 to 1000 applications minimum.
Okay, like I want to know how popular is it, like does everyone knows about it and they're applying for this and then coming for studies, or most people are just coming for paid programs?
Erasmus Mundus program is prevalent throughout the world. In India, I think the awareness is much less because literally I never heard any university teaching students or saying students to aspire for the particular scholarship.
Yeah.
Not only Erasmus scholarship, any abroad scholarship.
Yeah.
Because our universities teachers are encouraged to land up in government jobs or big reputed MNC companies.
Yeah.
But there is lots of scope beyond that.
Yeah. What are you studying here?
I am studying Erasmus Mundus Joint Masters in Global Forestry.
Yeah.
Basically, I will be having 2 degrees at least, since it's a joint master degree program involving 3 different universities. I will be pursuing my semester 1 in the University of Copenhagen, Denmark, and semester 2 will be at the Technical University of Dresden, Germany. In the meanwhile, I will have field course at the Nepal for 15 days or something.
Okay.
So my second year will be like specialization. So I will be specializing in agroforestry systems and biodiversity.
Okay.
Therefore, I chose Prague. So there are 5 different specializations and 5 different universities in 5 different countries. Okay. So it's my choice of mobility track within the limited options.
Okay.
Yeah.
And when do you plan or choose your courses? Is it during the studies or you have to plan it beforehand?
So in my course, we have to propose or we have to write motivation letter where you will mention obviously about your mobility track, preferred mobility track in application as well. Yeah. So even after moving here, university will ask you your preference or criteria. You have to like rank the universities. So accordingly they will allocate universities based on people's choice.
Okay. Do you know why students get rejections?
Students usually gets rejection if they don't follow the proper guidelines. Okay. Because one thing is that the application would be missing. Even if something is missing in the application, the university will definitely review and they will contact them through mail. Okay. But as far as I have seen, even my colleagues in India or whoever, we are not so used to check our mails often. So sometimes it may get ended up in spam folder as well. Yeah. So we should be responsible enough. As this is prestigious, you should give your good time and energy into cover letter, in preparing CV and getting letter of recommendations from their professors as early as possible. Because European Commission is spending some lump sum amount on your education, which you should be responsible for it. So in my experience, I have seen many people approaching me without even making efforts to prepare their own CV or cover letter. Every resource is available online. So once you get draft, there are people like me who can help you with reviewing. We can even provide you templates. Maybe you can check out the description. So it would be easier for you to get guidance and avoid rejections. And also after application, okay, everything is done, you cannot just go and enjoy. You should always have an eye on your mailbox. And if you have any doubts, anything, let it be simple. You can even mail them anytime so that they can reply you at least within 2 days.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the good part with abroad universities.
That's really nice and helpful.
It is like not just professional, you can ask any silly questions.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how you will actually avoid many confusions as well.
Is there any interview process during getting a scholarship? Like, do you have to take an interview or?
It's both yes and no. For certain courses, there are no interviews.
Okay.
For certain courses, there are interviews.
Okay.
Interviews in the sense you don't have to be like nervous. So if you are up to the interview, almost 90% of your selection is over.
Who can apply for Erasmus Mundus scholarship?
A student with bachelor's degree can apply for this particular scholarship. No matter even if your grades are low, generally the qualification for applying this scholarship is the basic percentage.
Okay.
Maybe around 55% or 60%, it depends on course. You should have completed at least certain credits, ECTS.
Okay.
In your bachelor's degree, so that your degree is eligible to apply and pursue education in European universities.
Okay.
That's the only thing.
How can someone apply for Erasmus scholarship?
So the whole application process is online. So one thing is that once they find the particular course and they can just visit the university's website, and even we have Erasmus Mundus Catalogue, because every course will not be funded every year. So it changes each year based upon the project year. So one can check in the Erasmus Mundus Catalogue. They can even filter as per their interests, as per their stream, so that it is all self-explanatory there. So when is the deadline, how to approach. You have certain documents that you have to be ready with, like letter of recommendation from your professor, letter of motivation, curriculum vitae.
Do you have to provide a motivation letter, and what will you write in that one?
So letter of motivation or motivation letter, sometimes it may seem as cover letter. It is a very significant part of the application that decides why you are choosing that particular course in the particular universities. Why don't you study in India? What are you going to do by studying in European country, and what are you going to take home? What development are you going to do to your home country? So what kind of activities did you do in your bachelor's program that motivated or that aligns with the goals of the particular program, so that they can fund you? So you should justify why they should give you admission along with funding. And if you have work experience, will that help? Will it add up? Yes, definitely, if it is similar. Suppose I have studied agriculture, I did some digital marketing. Now I am going to apply for course which is relevant to mechanical engineering. So it doesn't make any sense. So we should mention experiences related to the particular course in specific.
Is there any percentage requirement from your bachelor's?
Yeah, they have minimum baseline. Which is like pass percentage, we can say, because nobody can get degree without having at least 55% or 60%. So that wouldn't be a problem at all.
And what about gap years, or if you had backlog and then you cleared it later on?
See, even like the backlogs are not so considered. However, the final OGPA matters. And also, like, it is better to have good OGPA, like 80% or something, to get good scholarship, because they have ranking criteria to score you.
Yeah.
So obviously, the better the candidate, better he gets score. Yeah.
But what about specifically gap year?
Gap years, I have colleagues who did masters and then they are into second masters as well. That doesn't really matter. With respect to gap years, I haven't yet experienced or seen people with very major gap years. For example, I came to masters literally after 2 years of my bachelor's degree. So if you have strong aspiration, so I think gap years will not be a problem.
Do you have some tips for students who are applying right now?
The tip in the sense they should start application process yearly, because for most of the programs the deadline will be like, for example, the programs from Denmark, the deadline for non-EU students is Jan 15th 2024.
Okay.
Within a week, less than a week. So whole Erasmus Mundus program deadline, the first call deadline will be ending before March mostly. And if there are seats left, they will give a second call.
Okay.
So I don't recommend to take a second chance. They can just give it in a first call.
Okay.
So mostly second calls will have no scholarships also.
Okay, so you will be offered a course, but it will not be covered.
It will not be covered. You have to pay tuition fee and you have to pursue, but still it's Erasmus Mundus program. So you will have a chance to visit different countries.
So exchange program.
Exchange program.
Ah, okay. And is it like all Erasmus courses? You said it's not funded. So the ones that are funded from Erasmus, are they fully covered, or are there some where you will only be paid for tuition fees and then you
No. Mostly it is fully covered. Fully covered.
Okay.
Like for people who pursue Erasmus Mundus programs as self-funding student, even they can apply for Erasmus Mobility Grant. So if they are moving to some different exchange program, so they can apply for that particular scholarship and they can get a minimal amount, which may incur their travel expense.
What are extra benefits apart from financial?
So apart from financial, we can experience multidisciplinary courses and you will be exposed to various cultures.
Yeah.
So which you will not get else everywhere. And you will learn many soft skills, basic stuffs, especially like cooking or something. You will learn how to live a life independently.
Yeah.
And moreover, you will be traveling the world in the sense at least European countries, minimum 2 to 3 European countries.
Yeah.
With funding from European government. So it's like additional perk would be, in simple terms, world tour.
Yeah.
That's it.
How are you managing with this cold? Especially because you come from South India, there is not so much, or not at all, right?
So basically India is a tropical country. Definitely we will feel too cold here. You asked how do I manage, right? I manage with thermals and boots, so that's it. As Dan say that it's not bad weather, it's about bad clothings. So we should be like a Roman in the Rome.
Okay, now we have to talk something nice. What is nice?
Tick,
Weather?
tick, tick. Hello, mic check 1, 2, 3.
4, 5, 6.